I've been growing these fish since they're about this big, and now I can finally sell them because they've had multiple babies, and I've grown this colony so big, and I'm so happy for them, and now other people can enjoy this type of fish. So let's look at them. These are the Japan double blue gold Endler guppies, or endlers that you want to call them. They're really pretty. They're really cool to look at. Like, the males have these little streamers on their tails, and that's what people really like for them. They breed really easily. I started with like 3 of them, and now there's so many in here, but it's time to bring in some in so I can sell them and hopefully get something else in return. The males are the ones that I'll be bringing in because the males are the ones people would like to buy, and I need more females. So I'm gonna hand pick out which ones I want to keep, and then we're gonna do that and then take them to the store and see what we get for them. Colony will move to another tank. Look at them, they're so awesome. They look like little fire rockets in my opinion. Like, look at that guy. Like, they're so beautiful, and like, they're a perfect little addition to any little community tank if you have one, or any fish tank, except they're really tiny. Like, that is probably like ½ an inch, because you can see my finger. They're really small, but that's what makes them so awesome in my opinion, because they have like all this color, and then they just like look amazing. Today we're gonna be selling another colony that I've had for a while, and it's time for them to go. I'm just not enjoying them as much as I thought, and I thought I was gonna add them to the pond, but they're just so beautiful to see in a tank that I think other people should enjoy them. So rather than putting them in my pond, I'm gonna sell them off to the fish store. So look down below. So these guys are my gold neon platies. I started with like 2 or 3, or no, I started with like 6 of them, and I grew them up, and now they've just been breeding and having tons of babies. You can see they're really cool. The sides of them are like blue neon, gold neonish shape or color. They have like blue sides. They're really cool. They're a type of platy, and they just have so many babies. They're just really cool little fish, and I just don't have the space anymore to keep them because I want to turn this tank rack into an angelfish breeding or some other kind of fish, and I'm just not enjoying them. I've got my enjoyment from them, and as bad as that sounds, fish keeping is all about, you know, fish that you keep, because then you'll treat the fish much better. Not that I was treating them any less, but you know, fish keeping evolves, and as I grew them up, it's now time to move them on to somebody else that could really enjoy them, because I think these would be beautiful in like a display tank, and right now they're just here for breeding so I could sell them. But look at these guys, they're so cool, and the males and females all look like the same. A lot of times with like endlers and guppies and things like that, only people want the males and not necessarily the females, but these guys look good all around, and they're pretty small. The biggest one I had was the like mom of the group, but she had passed away. These guys will get much bigger, probably like this big compared to what they are now. If you can like see my hand, they're pretty small right now, but this is a good size for people to start them out with. But I have them in here with little shrimpies. You can see this little shrimp right underneath. So I want the shrimp to grow a lot more, and I think these guys might be eating them a bit. They're actually better at not eating their babies than these guys I have over here. And I'm gonna get these all out of this tank, put them in a bag, and let's take them to the fish store so we can get something else really cool and empty this tank, you know, and keep the shrimp in it. All right, I don't really need to drain the tanks too much because I'm not doing a water change, just enough water to put the fish into the bucket, and I just gotta select the fish out and see how that looks. We're gonna use this, and I'm gonna count them so that the fish store knows how many I'm giving them. All right, there's duckweed in the container, and I know the store manager hates duckweed, so I'm gonna do my best to get it out after I'm done catching so he doesn't have to deal with that. So here's the little container, and then this is gonna help me count them, and I gotta get a small enough net. Oh. All right, got the nets to catch the platies, so now let's do it. The little, I haven't seen any really tiny ones yet, so even then I'll just give it to the store for free. Not really expecting anything to sell them like that. All right, they're really fast, and to get a big net in here, it's actually really hard because of how much space is in between. So we're gonna just try our best here. All right, I got a really big net, and also the shrimp keep like swimming into the net, probably because they think it's food or something. I don't know. All right, I'm catching a lot of them in the net, but I can't take this net out. That's the problem. All right, I've caught nobody. All right, this is, I thought this was gonna be fast. This is not fast. We're just gonna have to do one by one or whatever, because I'm trying to do like a big scoop and it's just not working. And the shrimp just keep jumping in the net. Okay, I caught the first one after like 5 minutes. Oh, there's like 50 of them in here. Okay. All right, we caught all of them. There's about 24 of them, but just for good faith, I'm just gonna say 20 of them because there are some smaller ones. It's harder for the store to sell them. I don't wanna keep them all, so, and it helps cover any costs. Let's get them into the bucket. So with these guys, I definitely gotta get like a lot of water out, and then I gotta get the guppy grass out because it's just makes it hard to see the fish.
We're just gonna take out the decorations in the tank. This tank has a lot of waste in it, or mold, so I don't want to make the water too cloudy.
This is a nice piece of driftwood with Anubias, so it's just been growing really nicely in this tank. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and start draining a lot of the water in this tank. And I'm just gonna suck up a lot of the waste because I'm gonna not use this water for taking them to the store. All right, so I got most of the males out. Now the part is to select which males I actually want to take to the store and which males I want to leave to be the breeder males for the rest of the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and start selecting which ones should stay as breeders and then which ones are gonna go to the store. For the most part, all of them are. You don't need that many males to breed. All right, so we got 11 males that I'm gonna go ahead and sell to the store. We have the neon platies in here. All right, we have the Japan endlers in here ready to go. Let me go ahead and get these guys into the car. All right, we're on our way to take the platies and get the endlers to the store now. So let's get to it. All right, guys, we're at the fish store. As you can see, aquarium, here we are. Let's go ahead and get all these fish in. All right, the endlers are in here. They're doing really well. They look really nice. If you guys want them, come to Something Fishy Tropicals, and that's where I'm selling them to. All right, you guys can see the gold neon platies in the tank. They put them in here, and then these guys will go for sale. So if you want them, come to Something Fishy, and they're available. All right, the fish are settling in super nicely. Like, if you look at them, they're already like swimming around the tank, which makes me really happy. They like made it really easily. The ride wasn't too rough. The good thing is like I'm breeding them in Florida water, and then the store is in Florida, so the water is about the same and kept at roughly the same temperature and stuff. So it makes it really easy for the fish to acclimate into the tank. As you can see, this fish are swimming around their tank. They're super happy. All right, so I made some credit on bringing those fish in, and I'm gonna use that credit in future videos where I go get some other fish because it actually helped me get some cool fish, and it really helps to support my hobby. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like down below if you really enjoyed the video.